Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to talk about my favorite topic today, which is pregnancy, birth, and babes. All things that you can use for natural empowerment as a mom, whether you're pregnant, with you're going through labor and delivery, for your new baby. This is also great for doulas, midwives, any caregivers, anyone that has to do with anyone that's pregnant. This is a perfect class to learn about essential oils and products that can support you during this amazing time. In this video, we are going to dive in on my doTERRA journey and how I started using essential oils for my pregnancy, labor, and deliveries for my 3 sons, as well as the doTERRA Difference and why that matters using the purity and quality when you're pregnant. Not only that, but for your brand new precious babies, as well as dive into all of the tips and tricks that I have for during pregnancy, how to use these natural solutions to support your body and in labor and delivery and postpartum, which is really important. We will also dive in on breastfeeding, which is very crucial for everyone to be able to have the milk supply and the support for your body. We'll definitely talk about how you can support yourself naturally for fertility and miscarriage. Real life conversations that not a lot of people have, but there are definitely tools out there to support you during those times, as well as your sweet babies and how you can use these same essential oils you use during your pregnancy, labor, and delivery to support your brand new precious little baby. And then we will talk about how you can get these natural products into your home so you can start utilizing them for yourself. So to start off, I want to tell you guys a little bit more about myself and why I feel qualified to be able to educate you guys on this topic right now with pregnancy, birth, and babies. This is my beautiful family. This is my sons, Kingston, Jackson, and Bryson. They're 10, 7, and 3 currently as I'm recording this video. This is our family here in Europe, and I have used essential oils for the last 10 years. My essential oil journey started when Kingston was first born. Actually, when I was pregnant with Kingston, I was invited to some essential oil classes in which I nicely declined all of them because I wasn't sure what it was going to be. I felt like it might be some type of like Mary Kay party or something that I had to buy something. And so I declined those classes when I was pregnant, unfortunately. But Kingston actually came at 35 weeks. I had preeclampsia, both of our lives were in danger, and it was a really, really difficult time. Completely opposite of what you would expect when you are first having your first kid. And so with that emergency C-section, him going straight to the NICU and being in there for 2 weeks, and both of us struggling for our life for a couple days, it was a really hard time. I would say like bottom of the earth as a parent and as a mom of what I could do to support him. So during that time, we got him out of the NICU and then we went home, and in that first 4 months, he was in and out of the pediatric unit. We lived a 4-minute drive from the emergency room, and I remember every time that he would get sick, and it was always something respiratory because that was the last thing for him to develop, and he did not develop it very well. So every little thing he would just catch in his respiratory system. So my husband and I were constantly worried about him and trying to keep him supportive. He went home on oxygen, and it just seemed like no matter what I could do as a mom, I couldn't keep him in this little bubble to keep him safe. And so I was really depleted and really just defeated as a mother of how I could care for this precious little baby that God had gifted to me. So we had him in and out of the hospital, and at about 4 months old, he was in the hospital with a very severe respiratory virus, which normally takes 5 to 7 days to run its course. And in that time, I was given more essential oils, and I actually was given Breathe and On Guard. And those are some that we'll talk about here in this class, but they were really powerful for me because I was at a point where I was willing to try anything. At this point, my son had been so sick and I had tried everything that I could. And so I was really willing to try anything. So I used the Breathe on his chest and the On Guard on his feet. And sure enough, the next day we checked out of that hospital. And even then in that moment, and as you guys start to use your essential oils, you're gonna be like, well, it couldn't have been that, right? And so even in that moment, it worked right in front of my eyes, but I didn't think it was the oils. There was an opportunity to go to learn about the essential oils the following week, just a basic intro to oils class. And if you guys have never been to one of those classes, I definitely recommend it. It will help get your basic knowledge of what oils are, how they work, where they come from, and why they work so well in our bodies. And so I had the opportunity to go to one of those classes, and it opened my heart and mind, and it just made sense to me, right? I knew that God put these plants on the earth for me and my family to utilize. I know in Ezekiel it says the food is for the fruit, and the leaves are for the medicine. And our essential oils come from the leaves and the roots and the bark. And so for me, it just made sense. It all connected, and I knew that I could use these essential oils as natural tools for empowerment for my family. So it all started to click for me, and we were using them on Kingston. He was getting healthier, and it was supporting me, and this empowerment that was growing inside of me as a mom was the coolest thing I had ever experienced. And so little by little, we got our first starter kit, the top 10 oils and a diffuser. I really just went for the On Guard and the Breathe, but I was really glad I had the oregano, a natural antibiotic, and the lavender for calming and soothing. I was really glad I had all these other tools with me as the journey went on with motherhood. So little by little, Kingston got healthier and healthier, and then we decided to have another son. And so then came my pregnancy with Jackson, which was the most magical, perfect pregnancy and labor and delivery that I could have ever imagined, which was completely extreme opposite of what happened with Kingston, having an emergency C-section, an epidural that failed 3 times, and actually having to be put under to be my baby taken out of me. So with Jackson, I had been using my doTERRA essential oils and products and had been utilizing the full lifestyle of doTERRA, and I was really confident in having a successful VBAC, which was what my plan was. And a VBAC is a vaginal birth after C-section, which some people can do, not always. It's not very pushed in the US. In Europe, it's very much encouraged, but there is complications and risk with it, but there is also so much empowerment to be able to have a natural birth after C-section. So in this case, I had, like I said, a perfect pregnancy, an amazing full-term delivery. I was able to utilize all of my essential oils and products for emotions, for physical pain, for everything to support me during the labor. So I got to have him naturally with no pain medicines, and it was just such an unreal day and night experience from the first time that I became a mother and got to be at a hospital having a child. And so for me, it was just very empowering having him naturally and being up and around walking 30 minutes later. And it was all thanks to my doTERRA essential oils and products. I know that if I wouldn't have had the support of all of the lifelong vitality and all of the probiotics and all of the essential oils, not only emotionally during this time, because it was very scary going into something that in the past had been such a traumatic experience. And so having those oils emotionally and then physically for the pain properties, I was actually afraid of epidurals and afraid of medicine. So being able to have the oils was really, really powerful for me. And it was the perfect situation for a pregnancy and delivery and a natural VBAC. And Jackson's 7 now. He is super healthy. He's only had medicine 1 time in his life, and that is when he was a couple years old. I just tried to give him paracetamol, which is like a version of Tylenol over here in Europe, for teething, which I didn't need to do, but I just decided to. And he actually woke up the next morning full on, he was just super allergic. His lips was swollen, his face, and so I found out very quickly that he is allergic to that. And so it was just one of those moments where God reminded me, you don't need this. You don't need man-made medicine for this situation. And it's true. There's so many times that my essential oils work, and I would say 80% of the time, and all of your situations that you have going on in your house for health and wellness, you can use your essential oils. And then that saves that other time for when it's necessary to have doctors. Like I said, with Kingston's, it saved my life, and I'm more than thankful and grateful for the opportunity that I was able to have all that medicine and help to quickly save me and him. But there is times you can use your essential oils as well. So Jackson has only tried medicine 1 time and he was allergic to it. So he's never even touched antibiotics or anything like that. And I don't say that to toot my own horn as a mom, because honestly, you guys, there is a beautiful mix of Eastern and Western medicine. But I do say that in that every time that I reach for my essential oils first, they work, and they work very effectively, and it's a safer alternative to not putting medicines and things into my son's bodies that is not going to support them long term. Then we have Bryson. Now Bryson came almost exactly 4 years to the month after Jackson. Again, he was a VBAC, so I had done a lot of more education and learning, hypnobirthing classes and things to have Bryson again as a VBAC. And this whole pregnancy was great. The delivery was long, very, very long. And if you guys know my son Bryson, he's a little bit stubborn, so it makes sense that his entrance into the world was just the same. But I was just stuck at a 6 forever, and I just felt like I could not keep, I couldn't get there. And I got to this point after, it was days and days, it felt like days that I was pregnant or in labor with him. But I got to this point where the pain turned from being pain that my body could endure, that I knew God had given women the ability to be able to do, to something wasn't right pain. And so my midwife was incredible. She supported me in doing an epidural, which I was deathly afraid of, you guys. I had had 3 epidurals that failed with Kingston's labor and delivery. So having another epidural, it was the scariest thing for me. I was more afraid of that than I was of the actual pain. And experience of natural labor and delivery. So it was really powerful to be able to put my balance oil and my peace oil on and calm, say my prayers and focus and get that epidural, because when I did that, I was able to sleep for about an hour, woke up at a 10. So it just needed that for the baby to get in the right place and everything to calm down. And then I was still able to push and feel and have him naturally. So it was this beautiful mix of all the things. And so this is why I feel like I'm very qualified to educate all of you guys on this topic. I know that God gave me all of these experiences to have this testimonial to share on and help others. You know, an emergency C-section where preeclampsia, both of us almost dying, to this beautiful, easy, natural delivery with essential oils as a VBAC, and then another second VBAC, but also using an epidural. Sometimes I think it's very, very difficult because sometimes it can feel intimidating when you meet a mom that has like a natural birth, right? Because everyone's gonna have a different option and an opportunity during their birth plan, but you can have the birth plan that you want and they can go completely the other direction. So just know that there is oils and tools for all categories, whether it's C-section and recovery, or it has to be planned one for your health and the baby's health, or if it's the other side where you get to have it naturally and there is options. So don't feel like any way that you're having your labor and delivery has went or is going to go is better than the other. I feel like each child has their own mission and they come into this world in their own way, and there's only so much that we can do about that, and just go along with it and have all your oils and tools to be able to support that. We're gonna dive into the 3 ways to use essential oils. That way you guys have that basic education and knowledge before you go into utilizing these during pregnancy, labor and delivery, and on your sweet little babies. So the 3 ways are aromatically, topically, and internally. Aromatically is going to be a diffuser, or aromatically smelling it out of the bottle or applying it. And this is a perfect way to, I say, set the emotional temperature of the room. So it's a definite must-have in the labor and delivery room. Very supportive during pregnancy, especially at night when you're sleeping or throughout the day during your home. It's a good way to replace candles and other toxins that are in your home. And it's perfect for your little baby in the nursery as well. So aromatically can lift the mood, open the airways, and cleanse the air as well. So I love using On Guard in the delivery room and in my home, as well as Breathe to open airways. You can use lavender at night for calming. There's tons of options and blends. The Citrus Bliss is like a beautiful citrus aroma that's very mood lifting and happy. So utilizing your diffuser is a powerful way. When you smell essential oils, they don't just smell good. There's actually a chemical reaction happening in the brain. There's an olfactory system you can learn about right in your nose that actually helps to improve your mood and help a lot of different things. So this is very powerful because pregnancy can have a lot of emotions with it, whether they're extremely happy or extremely sad, and that can change minute to minute. And so having the diffuser with you, there's different kinds of diffusers you can use. There's even some for the car, on the go, but definitely a must-have to have during your entire pregnancy to bring to your labor and delivery room or wherever you're having the baby, and for afterwards in your room and in the baby's nursery. Then we have topically, and topically is when you're applying it directly to the area of concern. This is perfect and powerful because if your lower back is sore, or maybe you're having some round ligament pain as the baby is growing, or you have a little bit of head tension, you can put the oils exactly where you need them. This is going to be very quick and effective to be able to help that area, where as opposed to if you took a medicine, which has to go through and metabolize through all of your organs to get there just to mask the symptom. Topically, you're getting right to the root cause and you're helping that swelling or pain or inflammation or issues that are going on. So putting them on topically is very important, and you're going to want to use a carrier oil. I always use our doTERRA's fractionated coconut oil. The fractionated means that it has removed the fatty part so that it's no longer going to be very, very greasy. It doesn't smell like coconut. It doesn't stain or anything. It absorbs into your skin really easily. So the fractionated coconut oil is my favorite. Since that fatty part is removed, it actually does not clog your pores, so you can use it for tons of other things outside of diluting. Now remember, it's not diluting the medicinal benefit. It literally is just taking a larger molecule and spreading it across the skin so it can absorb slower. So this is win-win because your skin is a little bit more sensitive during pregnancy and you get more bang for your buck. So always dilute your essential oils. The fractionated coconut oil is a must. You can buy a little pump that goes along with it, and it's going to be very, very helpful, especially on your tummy as it's growing. It's going to help to be a great thing for belly, but even for your baby, it's a very soft, smooth, gentle way to moisturize their skin as well. So topically, always use your fractionated coconut oil. You can just put a couple drops in your hand or the pump in your hand and 1 or 2 drops of your essential oil of choice to use, and it's just going to make it a very easy way to apply your essential oils topically. third, we have aromatically. Now, aromatically is specific only to doTERRA, and we'll talk about why, because it's really, really important that you have the safety and purity when you're taking essential oils internally. If they are truly pure and sourced from the right places, internally there are tons of benefits that you can get. So not only orally in your mouth, also in your throat, but in your digestive tract. And so in your digestive tract is actually home to over 70% of your immune system, your emotions, as well as just your digestive health in general. When you're pregnant and you're growing a child, a lot of things are moving around and mixing around in there. So it's really important to be able to have support in your digestive tract. Your emotions are all over the place, right? We always say that the gut is the second brain, and that's why we feel butterflies and different things. So emotionally, it's gonna be really supportive internally using essential oils. And then your immune system. When you are pregnant, the baby takes everything first, which they should, right? They're going to be taking all the nutrients and things. And so you can have a kind of a depleted body, and your immune system can be in harm when you're pregnant. But you can use essential oils and products not only externally, aromatically, but also internally to be able to support your immune system as well. So internally is very powerful. You can add essential oils to your water or your food. You can also take all of our vitamins that serve as your prenatal, all of your probiotics that have essential oils in them, and all the different things of our supplements as well. So internal is very, very important for your pregnancy journey, but they have to be doTERRA. Now, the Doterra Difference and why it matters with purity and quality. Not only is this the most important time of your life to be supporting your own body, because everything that touches your body that you eat or breathe or even put on your skin goes directly into your bloodstream and into your body, which is affecting your baby. There's a study out there that shows all of the toxins that the babies have just from the umbilical cord. So it's very, very important to be putting safe products on your body and in the air around you and in the things that you're eating and drinking when you are pregnant. So the Doterra Difference matters. The purity, the quality. We have 10 plus extra tests that we do on all of our essential oils to make sure there's no additives, fillers, chemicals, pesticides. This matters. And also where we source our oils, the co-impact sourcing. Going to where our oils are indigenously grown, the culture that they're in as far as who's sourcing them, as well as just the environment and the soil and the climate. This matters, right? If we had an essential oil, not an essential oil, but an orange tree in Colorado versus an orange tree in Florida, it's going to change, right? As well as how it smells and tastes and how it grows. And so the medicinal benefits coming along with that is the same. So when we source our lavender from France or our lemons from Italy, where they're perfectly grown and sourced, and this makes a really big difference on the purity and quality, and therefore all of the medicinal benefits that are going to come to us and our family. So Doterra Difference is really important. We're the only company that has a way to go to the bottom of your bottle and source2u.com, look right on the label. You can put that number in to show the report showing there's no additives and fillers in there. Unfortunately, there's no regulations in the essential oil market. And so every essential oil that you find out there, whether it's from Sprouts or Whole Foods or Costco or Walgreens or Marshalls, literally everyone's in this trend of selling essential oils right now, but they don't have purity and quality to them. They can be added any fillers and additives, which is really sad. So in order for them to be labeled 100% pure, they have to have anywhere from at least 5% essential oil in the bottle. So it's very misleading and very difficult to know. And this is why doTERRA chose the direct sales route, to have people like me come educate people like you to show you the difference. If we were sitting together, which I wish we were, we could pass around our oils. And at all my classes, I pass around a doTERRA brand and another brand. And I actually have the smell test. Always smell your doTERRA first and then the other brand, and you'll smell right away the difference. But it's a really, really important to know that those other oils even say on the label, not for internal use and not for external use. They even say only for aromatically. And it's like, if it's not good enough to put on your skin, how could you even be breathing it in the air, right? So purity and quality matters, and they are very inexpensive. They are pennies per drop, and you're utilizing them in so many different ways. It's perfect. So that is the Doterra Difference and why it matters. Not to mention my heart in the company is the fact that we have healing hands and co-impact sourcing. So I know that when I'm opening these bottles to take care of my kids' health and wellness, on the other end of the bottle, people are benefiting as well. We never leave a place in bad condition. We always make them better everywhere that we're sourcing our oils from. We are over 98% exclusive, which who we source with. So if you ever hear, oh, it's the same as doTERRA, that's not true. Our sourcers are individual to us, only with our exclusive partnerships. And in this co-impact sourcing, we actually go to those areas and put money in water, women's clinics, schools. We built the first hospital in the Somaliland. So we're giving back to all these areas that are sourcing these beautiful essential oils for us. So that makes my heart feel good, knowing that everything that I use in every time I'm opening this oil bottle, not only am I empowering myself as a mom and I'm helping my home, I'm impacting another mom and another home on the other side of the world, on the other end of the bottle as well. All right, let's get to the fun part. Let's dive into all the oils and products you can use during pregnancy to support you. So first off, emotionally, this is an emotional roller coaster. It's like one day to the next, it could be a range of emotions from extremely scared to extremely excited to nervous to just beyond grateful. There's this roller coaster of emotions that happens during pregnancy and hormonal changes, and it's okay. But there's essential oils to support you in that. Not only you, but your partner and spouse and maybe family members, anyone else. So Adaptive is for sure my go-to. Not only the essential oil in the diffuser, but also the rollerball touch to put on your chest as well as over your heart, right on your wrist, and then the Adaptive soft gels. These are perfect for all things anxiety, stress, depression, trying to figure out what's happening in your life. They're also great to support sleep as well. So in there is not just essential oils in the Adaptive soft gels, there's also other herbal extracts like GABA, ahi flower, scledium root, all of these powerful things that are gonna be really, really helpful for your body to help calm the central nervous system so you can stay focused on your pregnancy. Other oils that are really helpful emotionally, Balance, which is the grounding blend, Peace, the reassuring blend, Serenity, which is the restful blend. This one kind of smells like, has a lot of different oils in it for calming, but it also has these hints of lavender and vanilla. It's amazing. Perfect in the diffuser too. Cheer, which is a kind of a happy blend, as well as Motivate, Citrus Bliss, or anything citrus oils are going to be mood lifting, happy, and amazing. So you just put them where you need them. Use your intuition. You have this beautiful maternal instinct that you have to tap into. So if you pick up an oil bottle and you start to smell it, you want to put it over your heart, you want to put it behind your ears, on your wrist, bottom of your feet, wherever you want. There's not a wrong place to put it, right? If you ever are not sure, just go with the acronym FEW, feet, ears, and wrists. You can put them on the bottom of your feet, behind your ears, or on your wrists, but there's not a wrong place. I'm always just opening them and intuitively putting them all over my body where I need them, as often as you need them as well. So use your oils emotionally to support you in all aspects. Another very common thing in the beginning of pregnancy is breast tenderness. So the lavender is an amazing essential oil that has tons of properties in it that you're gonna learn here in this, but lavender is a must-have in your home. Everywhere you're going, you're gonna use it. It has pain properties, it's great for burns, bug bites, rashes, all things. And so I use lavender with some of the fractionated coconut oil, carrier oil, and maybe a couple drops in there with some carrier oil, and apply it directly to your breasts to help with that pain properties of breast tenderness during the beginning parts of pregnancy. Immunity, we talked about this internally using your essential oils, but externally you definitely every single day preventatively want to use Stronger and On Guard. On Guard is our protective blend. You're gonna hear all about On Guard. It's gonna become a staple in your home. It's such an effective blend of wild orange, rosemary, eucalyptus, cinnamon, and clove that it actually has an entire product line. So this is gonna be really cool as a mom to reduce toxins in your home and use all of the On Guard line for your toothpaste, your cleaning solution, your laundry detergent. They have it all. And so the On Guard line is very, very important. Like I said, the roller ball for me is a must. Every single day, up and down your spine, the bottom of your feet. The Stronger is the kids version. Now keep in mind during this entire educational class that they have a kids collection that adults can use and vice versa, right? My 90-year-old grandma loves the kids collection and I love using them for as well. So I also have put On Guard on my brand new baby. So everything's interchangeable, but just it's fun to have different options. The Stronger blend actually has rose, linseed, and frankincense. So if you guys are new to essential oils, you might not know, but frankincense and rose are like a king and queen of essential oils. They're our most sought after expensive essential oils. So the fact that they're in this blend is so powerful and amazing to have not only on your body, but your baby as well. So every single day my boys are using Stronger oil. We tie it to a habit. So maybe put it in the sock drawer if your kids are old enough, or for yourself right by the changing table, and during your pregnancy for yourself in the bathroom. Every single day when you wake up, bottom of the feet, up and down the spine, back of your neck. This is gonna help preventatively to support your immune support. Then we have our oils and products to utilize for your digestive support. So we talked about this, but as you are growing a human being in your stomach, a lot of your organs and things get displaced and moved. So digestive health is very important. Not to mention a lot of people deal with nausea, morning sickness as well. And so there is tons of oils and products that you can use. And some you might not care for. Your sense of smell changes a lot when you're pregnant. I know for me, the oils and products I used before pregnancy and during and after were all changing depending on what stage of life I was in with that pregnancy. And so there are tons of options. If there's not one that you don't care for, then you can just change to another one. And so first off would be Digestin. Digestin is a blend that's made for digestive support. And it's useful not only during pregnancy, all the time for heartburn, indigestion, it's all things. And it takes you one extreme to the other. So if you're feeling very constipated, it's gonna bring you back in regulation instead of throwing you into the other end with like diarrhea or vice versa. So it just helps to balance out and get you there. And so you can use it topically, right on your tummy, bottom of your feet, when you utilize those reflexology points on your feet and your ears and your hands. You have microsystems in your body that you can actually utilize, which is very cool. If you guys have never heard of reflexology points, just go to a simple Google search and put reflexology points and essential oils, and it has every area of your body. You can put them on your feet. So if you don't want to put them on your stomach, even though it is safe to, you can just put them on the bottom of your feet. But this is a great one to like tip the bottle and actually put up and down your sternum, as well as cardamom that actually has properties in it to block the nausea receptor right here. So that's really helpful with morning sickness. The digestive blend has all the essential oils in it for digestive health and all together, easily already made for you. It does have a smell of kind of like a black licorice, anise, fennel, ginger aroma. So it's not everyone's favorite. For me personally, ginger actually made me feel more sick when I was pregnant. And so I just stayed with peppermint and wild orange for anything nausea. I was blessed to never ever throw up during all 3 of my pregnancies. But for me, it was just using that support of always having crackers around, as well as peppermint and wild orange together was like my cure to anything whenever nausea came up. You can use peppermint, very good for all things digestive, as well as spearmint is a fun little way to mix it up. Ginger, wild orange, fennel. Tamer is from the kids line. It's a great tummy one for kids. You're gonna use it for your baby when they have kind of any colicky or gassy situations, but Tamer is awesome too. It has that spearmint aroma to it. So I prefer Tamer over Digestin any day. Digestin also comes in a roller ball, but it's very easy to apply to the bottom of your feet, directly on your tummy, and put it in your hand. Take some deep inhales if you're not feeling well for nausea. We also have ginger drops, which we'll talk about. Everyone loves those. They're ginger, lemon, peppermint beadlets that are very supportive. And so I have also heard if you take ginger and you massage it with carrier oil on your earlobes, that it can help with nausea. Utilizing those amazing reflexology points, which is really, really helpful. Our body is so incredible when you're giving it the right things. And we have microsystems in our entire body, so utilize them. Maybe you don't want, or don't like to add ginger to your tea or whatever. You can add it to put on your ear, you can put it on the bottom of your feet, any way that you need. So adding them to your water is very, very helpful. Not only for a natural cleanse throughout the day, all citrus oils are natural cleansing, which is very powerful, but it's not unsafe when you're pregnant. It's actually really powerful to have a natural cleanse. So any oils like lemon, lime, grapefruit, I love adding them all the time. You can actually just get a big stainless steel or glass water bottle or jug. And this is very important because you cannot put your essential oils into plastic. And honestly, we shouldn't be drinking from plastic anyways, but you have to utilize stainless steel and glass, and that way your essential oils will be safe and not pulling out the plastic. They're petrochemicals, right? It's gonna just pull it out of there. And so you want to utilize that, but add it in there, maybe some couple drops of lime oil with some fresh strawberries or raspberries, mix it up. It's also amazing to add to sparkling water. So like LaCroix, I love adding lime essential oil into coconut LaCroix. It's like the best combination for me. It's a great way to cut down on sodas if you're pregnant and not wanting to do that as well in general. So adding them to your water and tea is very, very powerful, like ginger, peppermint. Maybe you already have an amazing tea that you like and add a couple drops of those in there. Peppermint's very spicy, so only 1 drop probably is all you need to calm your tummy and help support your digestive tract when you're pregnant. Very, very crucial to use all these essential oils and products. Here are some of those products we mentioned before that are going to be great for natural nausea support. So the ginger lemon drops are like these little candies. They're actually made out of organic brown rice syrup as well as organic cane sugar. They have ginger essential oil and lemon. So it's the perfect thing for anything nausea and just to help calm your tummy. They also have peppermint beadlets, which is equivalent to 1 drop of peppermint oil in a beadlet. And so you can either put it in your mouth and let it dissolve and get that benefit, or you can actually take it internally as well when you feel any nausea coming up or any maybe difficulties with food when you're pregnant as well. The Digest tab is something to utilize as well. These are like natural Tums, but safe and effective, and they have that Digest Zen aroma to them. So they have that black licorice fennel aroma if you like that. Ginger and peppermint. It's a really awesome way to support your body naturally during pregnancy, to have all these extra tools on hand whenever you never know when nausea is going to come up from a certain smell or anything like that. All right, some other helpful tools and tricks during pregnancy: head tension. So whenever you're having these issues, which can very easily happen from stress or just your body changing, there's a lot of essential oils to utilize. Frankincense is a must-have. Frankincense is like the god oil. When in doubt, I use frankincense. Having it in a roller ball is very, very amazing way to utilize it, because you can roll it right on your temples, across your forehead, back of your neck. I know for me, when I have any head tension, it's usually from stress, and so I'm putting essential oils on my neck and my shoulders. I love utilizing the Deep Blue Stick. This is one of our newer products. Deep Blue Stick is our Deep Blue Soothing Blend, like natural icy hot. It's in a stick, and it actually has added copaiba for all the benefits topically. So it's a great one for any aches and pains, but it's also really good for relieving stress and tension that go to head tension. So other ones are peppermint, lavender, and make sure you're utilizing the touch. When it says touch roller ball, it means it's the essential oil already in a roller ball with fractionated coconut oil. So easy to use, safe, effective, and you don't have to make the roller ball yourself or combine the oils and get your hands all dirty. So a lot of our oils and products already come in a touch roller ball. I recommend having not only the actual essential oil bottle, which has about 15 milliliters, 250 drops, and then the roller ball, so you can use that topically. You can use the bottle for adding to the bath or adding it into the diffuser. It's a really easy way to have it. But frankincense is a must-have, and you're going to use it on a lot of other things as well. Round ligament pain is something that I definitely experienced during all 3 of my pregnancies. As you're growing and your stomach is opening up and all of your abs and everything are getting kind of torn apart, it feels like it's very painful. So I utilized lavender as well as Aroma Touch and Deep Blue just directly onto my tummy, and I just massaged it in as it was going. The Deep Blue stick I wish I would have had during pregnancy. That would have came in really handy just to apply right on there as well. So as well as seasonal threats. This is very, very something I get asked about very common, because you can't take Claritin and other things like that when you're pregnant, any other over-the-counter medicine. So the combination of lemon, lavender, and peppermint is going to be your powerhouse combo for all things when you're dealing with any seasonal threats. It also comes in a capsule. So Tri-Ease, if you've never heard of that, from Doterra, is like a natural Claritin, a little pill that has lemon, lavender, peppermint already in there for you. Very easy to take, safe and effective during pregnancy, and very, very, very helpful. You can also use the Breathe blend. Breathe is a respiratory blend, opens airways. This is amazing. I love this. I feel like it's good for emotionally, take that weight off your chest, and it's really good just to open your airways. Like, it's hard to breathe sometimes, and when you're pregnant and you just go up the stairs, like even being a college athlete before I had kids, I would walk up the stairs being pregnant and I was out of breath within like 5 minutes. So Breathe opens your airways, helps you. So when you are exercising, moving your body and keeping it moving during pregnancy, it's very, very helpful. So Breathe blend, it comes in a Breathe vapor stick, which is going to be awesome for when your baby comes as well. Like a natural Vicks vapor rub almost, and Breathe drops as well. So these are some helpful additional items and things that typically go on during pregnancy, and all of the tools that you need for them. And not to mention, when you're utilizing these for these certain topics I'm talking about, having them in your natural medicine cabinet for when anything else comes up is really, really powerful during your oil journey. So that wraps up the essential oils and products that I suggest during pregnancy. Here is the top oils, a little screenshot you guys can focus on or take a picture of and keep for yourself during pregnancy. Very important to have all of these oils on hand, because you never know when you're going to need them. Another reference tool that you're going to definitely want during pregnancy is this book from Stephanie Fritz. It's called Pregnancy, Birth, and Babies. This is my pregnancy Bible when I was going through all of my pregnancies with my sons. It breaks it down by trimester as well as labor and delivery, babies. It has topics like miscarriage and fertility in there as well. She is brilliant. She is an essential midwife, and everything that you're going to need to know is in this book. It comes in a regular book form, which I do recommend because you can highlight and put tabs in there, as well as on iBooks. And so I have it in both forms that I utilized during both of my pregnancies that I got to use essential oils for. Unfortunately, I didn't for my very first one, but the other two, this book was a must, and I gift this all the time to pregnant mamas because it's such a helpful tool. So make sure you grab that and start to read that as well. We can't forget to talk about the lifelong vitality. Now this is Doterra's #1 selling product for a reason. This has been my multivitamin for the last 10 years. Not only myself, my husband, every member of my family, my 90-year-old grandma, we all utilize all the health benefits from the Lifelong Vitality Pack. This is like your foundation of health. And Doterra has a lifestyle pyramid, which is what I love about our essential oil company, is that it's so much more than just that. We understand that you have to eat healthy and have a healthy foundation. You have to exercise and reduce toxic load and reduce stress. And so all of these things in this pyramid of health and wellness, we have oils and products to utilize. But on the very, very base, the strength of this pyramid is eating healthy, right? And in there is where you factor in this healthy foundation of using these. Even if you ate the perfect, most healthy diet, you're still not getting all the nutrients and minerals that you need, especially when you're pregnant, where you know that the baby sucks it all and takes it all first. So it's very important. So I utilize these as my prenatal for my second and third, and I swear that's why I had such a healthy, amazing pregnancy and delivery with both of them. So it worked as my vitamins before, during pregnancy, and very amazing afterwards. Not only just for milk supply and energy, your body, hormonal support, like these are a must-have. The beautiful part is a 30-day money-back guarantee. It has built in there all of the tummy tamer blends, so you're not going to be burping up things. I know when I was pregnant, my first pregnancy, and I was just tried some regular kind of, it was huge, like horse pill, kind of for like a prenatal. It was really difficult for me to keep it down, and it was just awful. Made me not want to take it. These I didn't have any problem with, and so that's amazing. It's going to be 3 different bottles. You take 2 from each bottle in the morning, 2 from each bottle at night. I have them right here. I utilize them all the time. So you literally just use 2 of each. So in all the bottles combined, which they utilize and work perfectly together, there is your omegas, which are like your fish oils, right? Not only your marine oils, it also has your land oils, your essential oils. So this is packed for all things for your heart, circulatory health. It's gonna be great for immune boosting and just helping with the healthy function for your brain, eyes, nervous system, not only yourself, but also onto your sweet babe, right? It also promotes healthy skin and hair growth. I've used this for all of my hormonal hair loss and everything else during pregnancy as well. You also have in there your Alpha CRS Plus, which is your cellular blend. This is very important to help with oxidative stress. It's going to help all the way down to the cellular function, keeping them healthy and regular without mutating. And it's really just going to help with mental clarity, because mom brain is a real thing, as well as your brain function. And again, all of that adds into your immune health as well. And the last one in here is going to be your food nutrients. So that Microplex VMZ is going to have all of your 22 bioavailable essential vitamins, as well as minerals and nutrients. It's going to help with all the things, help to fight free radicals, as well as it has vitamins A, C, and E, antioxidant support. It's going to be really good for your metabolism, as well as your cellular energy. So everything you can see here, this is the one that helps support digestion, as well as just has added things like calcium, magnesium, zinc, vitamin D. It supports your bone health. So this is just a powerhouse way, as you can see, to just create this base and this foundation of health. So this is a must-have as a prenatal. Before, during, and after, this will become your favorite thing. They're around $80 a month. So I have everyone factor that into their food budget, right? We know that you are what you eat, and then you have to have healthy supplements to add into there that are going to actually work with your body and not just get passed right through you and waste. And then a lot of the ones in the market are like that. So definitely check out the Lifelong Vitality. They are a must-have. They will help you so much during your pregnancy, labor and delivery, and after the fact with your milk supply, getting that energy back and your hormones balance, and just getting back to yourself and having healthy skin and hair, and being able to have that vitality to be able to therefore now care for this little baby and chase them around and help them and be up all night nursing them and taking care of them. So Lifelong Vitality is an absolute must that you will love for sure. Let's dive into the oils and everything you will need for the labor and delivery room. So it's very important to pack your bags early. I learned this mistake with Kingston, that I was not ready at 35 weeks when he came early. So pack your bags early and make sure you have all these oils and products that you're going to need. Definitely have a diffuser. We talked about this, but a diffuser is a must-have. The minute I got to the delivery room, I was diffusing On Guard, cleansing the air, and not only the germs, but also it has physical and emotional properties. So I was cleansing the emotional energy in the room as well, to prepare me for this most exciting time in your life when you're delivering your baby. So a diffuser is a must-have. Then we switched it over to different things. You might want to have a person that you assign to all of these projects, right? Like someone that's going to be helping apply the oils, whether it's your spouse or your family member that's there to support you. Someone that's in charge of the diffuser, of changing it out, switching the water and putting different oils in it throughout the whole process, right? It's a marathon when you're having a baby, and it's the coolest experience, and utilize that. The cool thing about the diffuser is not only are you benefiting aromatically, every doctor, midwife, nurse that comes into that room, or even your spouse and person that's with you are also benefiting. So it's a really powerful way to cleanse the room, lift the emotional energy, and just really help you. So you're gonna wanna, these are some suggestions, but there's obviously a lot more. Definitely balance. Balance is the grounding blend. This is the one that I applied to my wrist often, and every time I was in a contraction, I was smelling balance. For me, balance is such a rooted, grounded, amazing blend. It brings me back to Colorado, which is where I'm from, and so it was my go-to. Maybe yours is gonna be Serenity, which is more of a calming lavender vanilla aroma. The Aroma Touch is a massage blend. This one has black pepper and basil. This one has a very unique aroma to it, but it works really well for back labor. So on your lower back, the Aroma Touch is amazing. Frankincense is a must-have to have. I used it actually not only on myself, but also in the mineral oil that my midwife was applying as the baby was crowning. So not only was it helping me and with preventing infection and inflammation, everything down there, this is like the very first oil my sons had on their head, two of my sons had on their head the second they entered the world. So I thought that was really cool. So in that mineral oil, my midwife was very open to essential oils. I had told her about them and talked the entire pregnancy about them. We added in frankincense, lavender, and helichrysum. So there's tons of properties in the three of those, but you could pick whatever you want to have in there. Clary sage is a must-have. You want to buy this earlier on and prepare your roller balls so you have it. So clary sage is like a natural Pitocin. Now don't get me wrong, it's not going to put you into labor. I learned during my hypnobirthing sessions that it is actually the baby that releases the chemical to start labor, which makes sense, right? They're in control, they'll be in control the rest of your life, but really they're gonna start this process and their journey into this world. And so I feel like I'm a very firm believer not to rush that process. I saw this firsthand with my first child, right? Like every second in there counts. At some point when they're in there, something is finishing developing the lungs, or everything is growing, right? This miracle that you can create a child that has eyelashes and fingernails and all this stuff, but they have a certain timeline. So I'm not a fan of rushing babies out, right? I think everyone has their own gestational period. I know my mom has 4 kids. She's incredible. Me and my 3 brothers, the 4 of us are all within 4 years. She had us all naturally with nothing. My oldest brother was 10 pounds, and I had a brother that was 8 pounds. And I have a twin brother. We were both almost 8 pounds, and she had us all naturally. Even had my twin brother after me breach like naturally. So she went 42 weeks with all of us. Everyone's bodies have different gestational periods. I don't believe in due dates. I think there is a due period of time that the baby is supposed to come, but I know those last couple of weeks feel like 4 years, and that's okay. Utilize your oils to balance and calm, and just trust that your baby is in there for when you need. So clary sage is not going to make the baby come, but it is very much when that labor starts, it's going to be a very helpful tool to make those contractions more effective. Clary sage you're going to want to have in a roller ball, maybe 2 or 3 of them. You're going to utilize them. I would always buy the 30 milliliter roller balls from online. You can get them at Aroma Tools, Oil Life, anywhere. 30 milliliter roller ball. It's a much bigger roller ball. And I would apply this clary sage. I'd put 30 or 40 drops in there, and the rest coconut oil. Hip bone to hip bone, as well as on the inside of your ankle. So 3 fingertips above the inside of your ankle bone is your reflexology point for your uterus. And this is where I would apply clary sage like every 30 minutes during labor. I had someone that was assigned to do that to help my body to continue. So clary sage is a must-have. You won't need it until labor starts, but very, very helpful. Peppermint. Peppermint is amazing. You're gonna want it for head tension, for cooling. I remember putting some in a bowl of water and dipping that towel in there to put on the back of your neck for helping to cool, especially during the in there where it's like hot and intense, and yeah, before you're pushing. So these are all just suggestions. So you're gonna find oils and products during your pregnancy that you're gonna be like attached to. You're gonna want to keep them like adaptive and all the things. So make sure you have all those there, as well as creating some different things to bring with you in the delivery room. So you're gonna want to bring for after postpartum, right? You're gonna want to have items like Correctex as well as making your own peri spray. So Correct-X is like a natural Neosporin. This is a must-have. You're going to use it if you happen to tear, if you have anything going on, or even for the baby, if they have any cuts or scrapes when they first come out, or maybe right away. I know babies are always scratching their faces, so this is a perfect natural tool. You're going to utilize this for breastfeeding as well. Tons of ways you can use your Correct-X, but you want to have this on hand. It's petroleum-free, preservative-free. It's an amazing, easy ointment that has some of the most powerful essential oils added into it. So this is a great one to apply it on there after delivery to help with swelling, prevent infection, any cuts, or, you know, sometimes you do have to have episiotomies and things. So Correct-X would be a must-have for postpartum. You'll continue to utilize your clary sage as well. You'll want to continue to use that when they come to push your tummy down, and there's some word for it, but I just remember how bad it hurt when you want your uterus to contract back down, right? So you're going to continue to use your clary sage after you've had the baby, and those same spots from hip bone to hip bone and inside of your ankle. And make a peri spray. This, I remember, was like the most refreshing thing to me, having this peri spray with frankincense, lavender, helichrysum, and copaiba. Make it in a spray bottle, mix it up. You can add in witch hazel and fractionated coconut oil. This is gonna be really powerful to spray down there. They're gonna give you a water bottle anyways. Like, there's real life after you have a baby that no one ever tells you about. So having your oils is super powerful, emotionally and physically, but this peri spray will be a lifesaver. You can also spray it onto pads. You can freeze those pads, and that's very cooling, nice thing to add as well as you are healing from bringing a child into this world. There's also support, right, for C-section. This is a great thing to spray on your C-section area, as well as the Correct-X and Immortelle. So there's a lot of options, whether you're having naturally or C-section, whichever your birth plan was or whatever the baby ended up choosing to do during this. So definitely having these on hand for postpartum is going to be very, very powerful, as well as just utilizing all of your emotional oils for this exciting but scary but amazing journey that you're on as you start motherhood. And we can't forget about breastfeeding. What a beautiful, important, crucial time. I was so blessed, even with a baby in the NICU who was on oxygen, I was able to pump first and still give him all of the colostrum and things as well. And then I was able to nurse him, and he actually latched on in the NICU. They had to put oxygen right above him because honestly, my breast was bigger than his head as he was trying to first get milkies. And so I loved more than ever being able to do that. I know it's not for everyone. I know that it doesn't work for everyone, but in my experience, this was a very important thing for me. So I was able to breastfeed Kingston for 12 months, Jackson for 17 months, and Bryson for 23 months. If you would have asked me, I never would have thought that. But each baby, each situation, each journey is different with pregnancy and with breastfeeding. So I love that there's a lot of essential oils you can utilize. So fennel and basil together is like, I make a roller ball for moms. It's called the Milk Mama. In this roller ball, you can put 15 drops each of both these oils and the rest fractionated coconut oil. You can apply it directly on, or just have the roller ball ready to go 2 times per day. And I'm telling you, like, your milk is gonna come in. So whether you're struggling with milk supply or you just want to get extra milk for when you're pumping or going back to work, this is an awesome combination to use. For nipple supports, we already talked about Correct-X, but Correct-X is so important when you're just first learning how to latch a baby on, like the latch matters, all of these things. So definitely utilize your lactation nurse. They are angels for sure to help, but you're gonna have very sore nipples. This is normal. And so there's other products out there over the counter that you can use, but they have things in them that are not really safe for you or your baby. So the Correct-X is perfect. You just add on to each nipple, just put it on your finger. It's like a natural Neosporin directly onto your nipple after each feeding, and it's really gonna help with any kind of chapped, sore nipples. So peppermint is an essential oil that you'll hear all the time to caution when pregnant, because it does have, some people can say, and I don't know if it's even true or this is just a myth. I did not find this true in my situation, but people say that peppermint can reduce your milk supply. So in my experience, breastfeeding for months and months and months and years of my life, I never had an issue. I took products that had peppermint in them. The Slim and Sassy soft gels for metabolic support has them in them. I took those all the time during pregnancy and afterwards when I was breastfeeding. I was utilizing peppermint all the time. I was adding it to peppermint brownies. So I used peppermint all the time and I didn't have any issues. I truly believe that your milk supply has a lot of factors to it, right? Stress, food that you're eating, the amount of water. So I know there's a lot of things you can do to support and increase your milk supply. So I don't truthfully believe in that myth, but there might be science behind it. I don't know. So I did utilize peppermint though when I was weaning, and especially weaning my third son at 23 months. It was a hard one because I had nursed for such a long time, and Jackson B pretty much exclusively breastfed, so they didn't even have a bottle. So we were nursing and having milkies all the time. And so being able to cut that off was hard. And so what I personally did that worked really well for me was I utilized my peppermint essential oil as well as cabbage leaves. So I would just break them off and I'd refrigerate them so they were cold. So it was a nice little cup kind of right shape. I would apply the peppermint directly to my breast and then put the cabbage leaves right inside the sports bra. And so for me, it was a cooling, tingling sensation to help, as well as to help decrease the milk supply. So they're powerful for weaning. It's great for milk supply and support. So definitely utilize these for all things for breastfeeding. Let's touch real quick on fertility and hormonal support. So there's a lot that goes into this. I feel like this is a question I get asked weekly, which is very sad. I know there's a lot of products out on the market that really add in a lot of parabens and things to our bodies, which then are endocrine disruptors, which can throw off fertility. Sometimes there's just unexplained fertility that's just very difficult. But I will say that if you go to theessentialmidwife.com/fertility, this is the same Stephanie Fritz, the book that I recommended. She has some awesome tips and tricks and tools to use for natural fertility support. Others that I know have used this rollerball blend. It is 10 drops each of clary sage, geranium, as well as fennel and ylang-ylang. And this rollerball is going to be really powerful to just support your hormones. You're gonna wanna apply it from across your hips, over your heart and chest, as well as your wrists and bottom of feet, just to give your body that extra support. So fertility, infertility is a real thing. And then just having this for support, for hormonal support after as well, to give your body that. It's a lot of things up and down that happen during pregnancy. So any added hormonal support naturally is going to be definitely wanted and needed to help your body get back in line. And then we'll chat about miscarriage. Again, a real life topic that not a lot of people talk about, especially in their essential oil journey, and it's real. And there is oils to support you not only physically, but also emotionally. So emotionally, you can utilize Console, which is the grieving blend, the comforting blend. This one's very powerful. As it shows here, this is a book that's actually an emotional book. And so there's oils, every oil has a physical and emotional property, like I mentioned. And so utilizing these directly over your heart is very, very powerful. Peace is another one that I would definitely have on hand. Peace is a reassuring blend. It's a calming blend. It's great for anxiety, but just to help with peace in the moment of life, whatever's happening. And physically, being able to utilize deep blue polyphenols as well as copaiba soft gels internally, the past tense, the deep blue. There's going to be tons of support for natural physical pain as that's going on as well. So have these oils. Share them with anyone you know that's went through miscarriage, as well as just having that emotional support for someone during this time, which is a very difficult time. Now that we've talked about pregnancy and you went through the whole pregnancy, labor, delivery, let's talk about how you can use your essential oil to support you and empower you as a mom for your babies. So we have the kids collection. We've touched on it a couple times, but the full collection has 7 essential oil roller balls. I utilize them, my kids utilize them, my entire family does. They're amazing. There is 7 of them. There's Tamer, which is like the digestive blend. This is great for supporting their tummy. Awesome to put on the bottom of their feet, around their tummy. You can also use like baby yoga with their legs to help them get gas out for colicky. So Tamer is a must-have. Also, we have Brave. Brave is the courage blend. This is very encouraging. This one my sons love, and they think it smells like orange Skittles. I put this one over my heart all the time when I have to do hard things. As a mom, just life in general. So Brave is great. There's also Rescuer, which is the kids' version of Deep Blue. This is gonna be all things for growing pains, for aches, for bruises. Anything kind of like a natural icy hot kid version is the Rescuer in the blue. There's Calmer. Calmer you're gonna utilize every single day. Calmer has lavender and Roman chamomile as well as Buddha wood in it, and this one's perfect because you can use it for like bug bites, for calming emotions, calming your skin, calming before you go to bed. So Calmer is one that you're gonna wanna have multiple roller balls of, and you're gonna keep one in the diaper bag and one in your purse and one in by the counter. You're gonna utilize it all the time. You never know what's gonna happen when they fall down, when they get a goose egg and a bump on their head when they're learning. Also perfect for teething. So definitely utilize the Calmer, relaxing roller ball. Then we have Steady, which is like the grounding blend, similar to Balance. I love Steady and Balance, and I use them every single day preventatively. I wake up and just put them on my wrist and over my heart, and as the day is going on, very grounding and emotional. When you think about your baby, they just went through this incredible journey, right? Like they like literally just had to go from 9 months in liquid and this safe, warm environment into this world, this crazy world. So I really, truly believe in utilizing the oils emotionally for your babies right off the bat, up and down the spine. Not only that, but it creates this connection. This is my favorite part, is that when I'm putting essential oils on the boy's spine, on their feet, and I get to massage them and touch them, that physical touch and that connection that you get to create with your baby and with your kids is the coolest thing. And then you're using God's gift in these plants from the earth to be able to even intensify that even more. So being able to have tools along with your personal touch is such a fun connection to do. So definitely utilize Steady grounding blend. We have Stronger, which we talked about. Stronger is a must-have every day preventatively to support your immune system, protect your body from all things. You can utilize it on the bottom of your feet, up and down your spine every day. And if you aren't feeling well, then bump it up every 30 minutes and just give your body these natural tools it needs to support your body. And then there is the last one called Thinker, and Thinker is the focus blend. So this is awesome for mom brain, really good for the kids too. I have a lot of friends that reach out that maybe their kids have some focus issues at any age, but especially with all those important first years of developmental stages, the Thinker blend is perfect for a focus blend. So that's the kids collection. I love it, I utilize it, and I use it all the time. I feel like you need to have them with you everywhere you are, in diaper bags, backpacks, in your car, in your purse, everywhere you are, because you never know what's going to come up, but have those on hand. And here's a quick reference for some baby blends. For cradle cap, I loved utilizing lavender and geranium. You can add it with some fractionated coconut oil and put it right on their head, let it soak in, and then use a little baby brush to get that cradle cap right off. Baby acne definitely happens. Tea tree or frankincense, even lavender are great to utilize. Definitely mix them with a carrier oil and apply them. Anything tummy, we talked about this. Tamer is perfect. Ginger, wild orange, cardamom, applying it right to their tummy or bottom of their feet on the reflexology point, and then massaging it in is really, really helpful, especially when they have, you know, any colicky or just gas. I had a pediatrician explain to me that, like, as adults, we get up, we move around, we can pass that. When they're little, they can't. And so giving them like baby yoga, holding their legs and moving it back and forth after you apply the oils is really powerful to help them to get that gas out and to not be fussy. Sleepy blends are calmer. You can use things like cedarwood or lavender, vetiver. There's all kinds of different oils that are really supportive for helping to calm and to sleep, which is what we need with our little babies so that mommies can sleep and feel better too. Healthy babies, supporting them, again, Stronger, frankincense, even lemon essential oil on the bottom of the feet. I had a friend in our essential oil class that she said that when she was little and she wasn't feeling well, her grandma would cut a lemon in half and then put it and like kind of tape it with a towel onto her foot to help draw that out. So lemon's really powerful, as well as frankincense, just to support your body, like we said, preventatively every day, or if you aren't feeling well, then bump it up even more often. And last but not least is teething. And teething is such a tough time, not only for the baby, but for the parents too, right? So clove is natural numbing. This is so incredible. It works great for babies. I've even used it when I went to the dentist before, has natural numbing properties to it. It's very, very powerful and strong. So you only want to use 1 or 2, maybe 3 drops in an entire roller ball. I do suggest getting a calmer roller ball, use a little bit out of it, and then open it up and add 1 or 2 drops of clove into there. Close it back up and just label on there like the teething roller ball. Put it right on your clean finger and just rub it right on their gums. You can also use Rescuer on their jawline, is really helpful, as well as copaiba or lavender. I have many times been out in public and just took a big bottle of lavender and just tipped it and put it right in on their gums. They kind of chew on it, but the pain properties there, it's very supportive and it's going to be effective for them and not be harmful. I know other like things out on the market, maybe like gels and things that you can put on there. I've heard some really negative side effects to those. If you put too much gel or they swallow it, it can numb their throat and different things like that. So just utilize your essential oils and your natural tools. These are just a couple of them, but tons of options to use for your sweet new little baby. A few more of my favorite baby products that Doterra has: the Diaper Rash Cream, as well as the hair and body wash, and our PB Assist probiotics. So the Diaper Rash Cream, it has zinc oxide. It works incredible. I know there's a lot of other brands out there, but this one works by far the best. It also can double as a sunscreen because it has zinc oxide, so really powerful, works really well. The hair and body wash has lavender, Roman chamomile. My boys still utilize and love the hair and body wash just because it has the foaming little pump to it, but it smells amazing. It has the Roman chamomile and it even has like little vanilla extract in there for very calming, and works perfect for a safe, tear-free hair and body wash for your baby and their perfect little skin. Also is the PB Assist, and the PB Assist are actually probiotics. We already talked about this, about how 70% of your immune system is in your digestive tract. So even though my boys were exclusively breastfed, from 6 months on, I would always offer a sippy cup, not a bottle, of water. And I would add in there half a pack, and as they got older with the months went on, more of our probiotic. I knew it was really important for them to have these. Now that they're older, I actually just cut up strawberries and sprinkle them right onto strawberries. These probiotics actually are like a watermelon pixie stick. So they're a little bit sour. My boys also love just to open them right up and just take them. Really, really easy. But these are very, very powerful for immune support. Moms are always asking me like, how do I make my kids stay healthy when they're going to school and daycare and stuff? And this is another way, outside of applying oils topically and using them aromatically, is to take them internally. Use your probiotics, and very, really powerful. So probiotics are a must for kids, and ours from Doterra are not only very cost effective, the kids love them, they taste great, and I use them too. If I have a sugar craving in the afternoon and I don't want to eat sweets, I'll just pop a little watermelon pixie stick with the probiotic added benefits to it, and it is perfect for not only your babies, but also for you. Now that we've learned about all the oils and products to utilize during pregnancy, labor, delivery, and for your sweet new babes, let's talk about how we get these oils in your home at your fingertips so you can utilize them. There's 3 ways to purchase your oils: retail, wholesale, and wholesale plus. So retail, friends don't let friends buy retail. We're not even gonna talk about that. You have to utilize Doterra's wholesale membership. It's just like Costco. It is $35 for the year, and then you get everything 25% off of retail. Not only with that, you're also going to have all of the access to our essential oil family, our resources online, and our VIP group, and you'll get one-on-one mentoring with me if you enroll with my oil family. So you're going to get all of these continued education and support during your entire journey. It's not just like you buy oils and you're done. You actually become part of our oil family, and you're here for life and for all of it. And so I have been doing this for 10 years, and I will continue to do this for the next 10, 20, and 30 years because it is my joy and passion to help empower other moms with their health and wellness, for not only themselves, but for their families and for their kids as well. So you'll get that continuing education and support from our oil family. So with that, you can get Wholesale Plus, which is actually an enrollment kit. If you start with one of our pre-bundled packaged enrollment kits, it's actually gonna waive your $35 enrollment fee right off the bat. You get the bundled package savings, and these kits are perfectly curated for you to start. There's tons of different options. We have different things, whether you want to start out with the Healthy Start, which is what I started out with, top 10 oils and a diffuser. Mind you, you can always add on other things. So if you want to add on the kids collection or different things, there's options in all of the categories. We also have the Aroma Touch kit, which is one of my new favorites because every oil in here is perfect to utilize during pregnancy, labor, and delivery, and for your babies. We have really a lot of different options and enrollment kits that is going to be best for you, your family, and your budget. So reach out to me or whoever invited you to this video, and they can help to guide you on that to specifically figure out how to get the best bang for your buck as you start your essential oil journey. If you already have a wholesale account and you're watching this video, feel free to just jump on to your doterra.com, log in. You can add items right to the cart. Once you have your wholesale account, there's 2 ways to purchase. One is just going to be a one-time order. You get to utilize your 25% off of retail pricing, and you can just get shopping. The other way is truly the smartest way to get your essential oils, and this is like our loyalty reward program, which is like my frequent flyer essential oil program. I look at it as my monthly wellness subscription for all things health and wellness, as I'm utilizing my essential oils and all of the products that they have as well for our home. So this slips right to you. The LRP is a monthly recurring order, but it's very customizable and there's no strings attached. So you can order when you want in the month. You can change your shipping date every single month, as well as the products in your cart every single month. And you can get free shipping. You can also get free products if you have a certain amount in your cart. and you're getting points back on everything you order. So between 10 and 30% back in points that you can utilize as doTERRA cash later on. So I don't know about you, but I know when I go to Costco or Walmart or anywhere over here in Europe and I'm shopping, I don't get between 10 and 30% back in points, let alone free shipping and a free product when I'm ordering. So it's the best way to utilize this as you start to go on your oil journey. This is just a pregnancy, birth, and babies class, but at the same time, as you continue to learn from our oil family, you will see that we have oils and products in every single category for your entire home, whether it be deodorant, body wash, skincare lines, shampoo and conditioner. We have all the supplements, probiotics. So there is everything that you can utilize for every member of your family, even animals. So as you get started with this wholesale membership, you can utilize the LRP monthly ordering, but you don't have to if you don't want to. So that is a wrap for our pregnancy, birth, and babes. Thank you guys for taking time and utilizing all of these tools that I have for you in my experience with pregnancy, birth, and baby, and how I've used doTERRA oils and products. It has truly empowered me as a mom, and I'm so happy and glad that I get to share that on with you guys. If you have any other questions, please feel free to reach out to me. Click the link below. Follow me on my Instagram at Essential Oils by Kendra, and like and subscribe to this YouTube channel for other educational videos. And I am more than happy to reach out and help you guys. You can set up a call and learn more about your essential oils and this oil journey.